Hello guys, welcome all of you back with our web application development discussion series. Today we are going to talk about how we can design our managed product web page and how we can program the product blocking process. In our web page, first we have inserted a label as manage all products. Then in here we have inserted a search area. We have used the input field to get the user's input, and then in here we have inserted the search button as search product. When we enter a keyword in this input field and when we click on this search product button, it's going to give us the products that are relevant to that keyword. After the search area, in here we have inserted another label as ID, then the product image, title, price, quantity and registered date. In here we have inserted the details about our first product, and here we have given a ID, then the product image here, the title of that product, the price of that product, available quantity of that product, and then registered date and time. After the registered date and time, in here we have inserted a button to block and unblock that product. When we click on this block button, it's going to change its text as unblocked. So now this product is blocked. Since it's blocked, that product won't be displayed in our store. So if we need to unblock this product, we can click on this unblock button, then it's going to be unblocked. After the products, in here we have inserted the page nation part. Then at the bottom of this page we have inserted the area to manage our categories. From here we can add a new category into our shop, or we can delete a category from our shop. So let's go into our code and see how we have achieved this. Here we have our manage product.php file. In here we have inserted our HTML version tag, then the HTML opening and HTML closing tags. Within the HTML opening and HTML closing tag, we have inserted our head part and body part. Within the head part, first we have inserted Bootstrap meta tags, then the title of this web page. After that, we have linked our style sheets into this manage product.php file. We have linked bootstrap.css file, bootstrap icons.css file and style.css file. Then from here we have changed our web page icon into this logo.svg icon. In the body tag, here we have inserted the style and we have changed background color and background image. Within the body tag, here we have our container div. Within this container div, here we have inserted our manage all product label. After that label, here we have our search area. In here we have inserted the input field and we have given its type as text, and we have also given its onChange function as search product, and we have also given it the ID as name. After the input field, here we have inserted the button as search product, and we have also given it a on-click function as search product. After that, in here we have inserted our labels. First the ID, and then here we have our product image label, title label, price label, quantity label and registered date label. After that label, in here we have inserted the PHP script. Within this PHP script, from here we have imported our connection.php file into this manage product.php file. Then here we have created a new variable as query, and we have stored a piece of query in this query variable. After that, in here we have created another variable as page number. We use this part for our pagination. From here we have run that query and we have stored that result set in variable product rs. In the next line, we have checked how many rows are available in product rs variable, and we have stored that value in product num variable. Then in here we have created a variable as result per page and we have given its value as 20. Then from here we have calculated how many pages are going to be needed, and we have stored that value in variable number of page. After that, in here we have calculated how many products are going to be displayed in a single page, and we have stored it value in variable page result. After that, from here we have run that query and we have stored that result set in variable selected rs. In the next line, we have checked how many rows are available in selected rs variable, and we have stored that value in selected num variable. Then here we have created the for loop, and we have created a new variable as x, and as we have assigned value 0 to it. Then from here we have checked whether the $x variable value is less than the value of selected num variable or not. And then from here we have add one value to this $x variable. Within this for loop, in here we have taken the first row from selected rs variable, and we have stored that value in selected data variable. Then from here we have closed that PHP script, and we have inserted the design in here. Here we have given that product ID, and then we have used this part to display that product image. Here we have inserted the PHP script. Within this PHP script, from here we have run a search query as select all from images table where product ID column value is equal to ID value from selected data variable, and we have stored that value in image rs variable. In the next line, we have checked how many rows are available in image rs variable, and we have stored that value in image num variable. Then in here we have checked whether the image num variable value is equal to 0 or not. If it's equal to 0, then this code will be executed. If it's not equal to 0, then this part will be executed. If this condition is true, then in here we have inserted the image tag, and we have given its src attribute value as empty.svg image. If this condition is false, then in here we have taken the first row from image rs variable, and we have stored that value in image data variable. After that, in here we have inserted another image tag, and we have given its src attribute value as a PHP script. Within this PHP script, we have set to print code value from image data variable. After the product image, we have used this part to display the title of our product. Then we have used this part to display the price of our product, and after that we have used this part to display how many items are available from that product, and we have used this part to display the registered date and time. In here we have inserted another PHP script, and we have checked whether the status ID from our selected data variable is equal to 1 or not. If this condition is true, then in here we have inserted the button, and we have given its name as block. If this condition is false, then in here we have given another button, and we have given its name as unblock. In this block button, we have given its ID as PB, and we have concatenated the PHP script value to this ID, and we have set to print ID value from selected data variable. And we have also given its onClick function as block product. Within the opening and closing bracket of this block product function, we have given a PHP script, and we have set to print ID value from selected data variable. If this condition is false, then in here we have our second button, and we have given its ID as PB, and we have also embedded the PHP script into this ID name, and we have set to print ID value from selected data variable. Then we have inserted the onClick function here, and we have given its name as block product. Within the opening and closing bracket of this block product function, we have given a PHP script, and we have set to print ID value from selected data variable. After that button, we have used this model in order to display our product details. After that, from here we have closed our for loop. After the for loop, we have used this part to insert our pagination. Then in here we have our next label as manage categories. After that, in here we have inserted our script tag, and we have linked our bootstrap.bundle.js file and the script.js file with this manage_product.php file. Then from here we have closed our body opening tag and HTML opening tag. So let's go into our script.js file. Here we have our first function as search product. Within this function, from here we have taken the elements value which id is equal to name, and we have stored that value in variable name. In the next line, we have created a new request and we have stored that value in variable r. Then we have checked whether the state of our request has been changed or not. If it has been changed, then here we have called a function. Within this function, in here we have checked whether the request state is equal to 4 or not. If it's equal to 4, then from here we have taken the response from our server and we have stored that value in variable t. After that, in here we have taken the element which id is equal to product and we have changed it in a HTML value into response variable value. After this function, from here we have given this request method as get and we have given the destination file as search_product.php and we have concatenated the name variable value using name p. After that, from here we have sent our request into this search_products.php file. So let's go into our search_product.php file. Here we have our search_product.php file. First we have inserted the PHP script in here. Within this PHP script, we have imported our connection.php file into this search_product.php file. Then we have taken the p name value from our request and we have stored that value in variable name. In the next line, we have run a search query as select all from product table where title column value like our name variable value, and we have stored that result set in variable product rs. In the next line, we have checked how many rows are available in our product rs variable and we have stored that value in product num variable. Then from here we have closed our first PHP script and we have inserted our design part. And we have inserted our search product area, and then in here we have inserted our labels as id, product image, title, price, quantity and registered date. After those labels, in here we have inserted another PHP script, and within the PHP script we have started the for loop and we have created the variable as x and we have assigned value 0. And then in here we have checked whether the x variable value is less than product num variable value or not. After that, in here we have add one value to this $x variable value. Within this for loop, in here we have taken the first row from product rs variable and we have stored that value in product data variable. Then in here we have inserted the another design part. Then in here we have given that product id and then we have used this part to display that product image. This product displaying part is the same product displaying part we discussed previously. So let's move on. So let's go back into our script.js file. Within our function, from here we have taken that response from our server and we have stored that value in variable t. Then we have taken the element which id is equal to product and we have changed it in a HTML into this response variable value. Here we have our function as block product and we have taken the forwarded value from our search product.php file and we have stored that value in variable id. Within this function, in here we have created a new request and we have stored that request in variable request. Then in here we have checked whether the state of our request has been changed or not. If it's changed, then in here we have called this function. Within this function, in here we have checked whether the state of our request is equal to 4 or not. If it's equal to 4, then in here we have taken the response from our server and we have stored this value in variable txt. Then we have checked whether the response value is equal to blocked or not. If it's equal to block, then in here we have changed that button in a HTML value into unblock. If this condition is false, then in here we have checked whether it's equal to unblocked or not. If this condition is true, then in here we have changed that button in a HTML value into block. If this condition is also false, then in here we have displayed that response in a alert in our web page. After that function, in here we have given our request method as get and we have given its destination file as product block process.php, and we have concatenated our id variable value using id name into this file name. After that, from here we have sent this request into product block process.php file. So let's go into our product block process.php file. Here we have our product block process.php file. Within this file, we have inserted the PHP script. Within this PHP script, from here we have imported our connection.php file into this product block process.php file. Then in here we have checked whether the id value from our request has been set or not. If this condition is true, then this code will be executed. If it's false, then in here we have given a response as something went wrong. If this condition is true, then in here we have taken the id name value from our request and we have stored that value in variable PID. Then in here we have run a search query as select all from product table where id column value is equal to variable PID value, and we have stored that value in variable product rs. Then in here we have checked how many rows are available in product rs variable and we have assigned that value in product num variable. Then we have checked whether the product num value is equal to 1 or not. If it's equal to 1, then this part will be executed. If it's not equal to 1, then we have given a response as cannot find the product, please try again later. If this condition is true, then in here we have taken the first row from product rs variable and we have stored that value in product data variable. Then in here we have checked whether the status id from our product data variable is equal to 1 or not. If this condition is true, then in here we have run an update query as update product table set status id column value equal to 2 and where id column value is equal to PID variable value. And then here we have given a response as blocked. If this condition is false, then in here we have checked whether the status id is equal to 2 or not. If this condition is true, then in here we have run a update query as update product table set status id column value as 1 where id column value is equal to variable PID value. Then we have given a response as unblocked. So let's go back into our script.js file. Within our function, from here we have taken that response from our server and we have stored that value in variable txt. Then we have checked whether the txt variable value is equal to blocked or not. If it's equal to block, then from here we have changed our button in a HTML value into unblock and we have changed its color into green. If this response value is not equal to block, then in here we have checked whether it's equal to unblocked or not. If it's equal to unblocked, then from here we have changed that button in a HTML value into block and we have changed that button color into red. After that, if this condition is also false, then we have printed that response in an alert. So guys, that's all for today. Thanks all of you for joining with me. See you in the next video.